You filed a workers' compensation claim, and now you're waiting. Maybe it's been a few weeks, maybe it's been months, and nobody's giving you a straight answer. How long is this going to take? When is this actually going to be resolved? That uncertainty, not knowing when this ends, is one of the hardest parts of the whole process. And it's a question I hear more than almost any other in my practice. So let me give you the honest answer. I'm attorney John Sheehan. Since 1993, I've represented thousands of injured workers and car accident victims throughout Massachusetts. I fight to ensure that each client receives the compensation and medical treatment that they're entitled to without getting taken advantage of by an insurance company. And if Spanish is easier for you, hablamos español. Before we get into it, this video is general information only and is not legal advice for your particular situation. The honest answer is it depends, but that's not me dodging the question. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what it depends on. The first thing to understand is that settlement is the end of the process, not the beginning. Before a case can settle, a few things need to happen. The insurance company needs to accept the claim. Your medical treatment needs to reach a point where doctors have a clear picture of your condition, where you are now and where you're likely to be. And both sides have to agree on what the case is actually worth. That process can take months. For more serious injuries, it can take years if you need surgery. And when the insurance company disputes your claim over how the injury happened, over whether you can return to work, over what treatment you need, it can take significantly longer, sometimes years, as the case works its way through the Department of Industrial Accidents process. Here's what I can tell every client. A simple claim with a clear injury and a cooperative insurance company can move relatively quickly. A disputed claim is a different situation entirely. The second thing to understand is why you should never rush a settlement. Workers' compensation settlements in Massachusetts are final. Once you sign, that's it. You cannot come back 6 months later asking for more money, even if later you need surgery that you didn't know about, or you find that your injury is more permanent than anyone initially thought. A lot of people settle too early because they're under financial pressure and they just want this to be over. I understand that, but settling before the full medical picture is clear can mean walking away from compensation you are entitled to, compensation for future treatment, for permanent limitations, for lost earning capacity down the road. In my experience, the cases that settle for less than they should are almost always the ones where the worker felt pressure to resolve things quickly. Don't let that happen to you. So what can you do to protect yourself and keep things moving? Report the injury immediately and put it in writing. Even if it feels minor, even if the pain doesn't show up until the next morning, a text, an email, anything that documents the date and what happened. The longer you wait to report, the harder your case becomes. See a doctor right away and follow through with your treatment. The medical record is the foundation of your claim. Gaps in treatment give the insurance company room to argue that your injury isn't serious or that something else caused it. And before you sign anything, any settlement agreement, make sure you understand exactly what you're giving up. That's the conversation where having an attorney in your corner makes all the difference. I know waiting is hard. I know you have bills and a family and a life that doesn't stop just because your case isn't resolved yet. But making the right decisions at each stage of this process can have a real impact on what you ultimately receive. I've been fighting for injured workers and their families throughout Massachusetts since 1993, and I'm ready to fight for you. If you have questions about your situation, I encourage you to call our office. The consultation is free, no obligation, no pressure. And if Spanish is easier for you, hablamos español.